Hey there, I can tell it's towards the end of the day because I'm starting to get some sun lines through my blinds here while doing my video. And it's also kind of sad because um, it's starting to get darker earlier, and that doesn't make me happy at this time of year because it still seems like we should be in full summer mode. At least I feel like I am. It's very hot today. I still don't have air conditioning in my house, so I'm kind of melting here, but it's still summer, so that makes me happy. And it's Friday. So what I am bringing to you guys tonight is card number 1 for Dawn Earlbeck's virtual stamp party, and found this cute little gem as I was browsing Facebook last night, and came across this post from Stampin' Up's corporate office. And a lot of you guys say, you know, where do you get your inspiration from? And a lot of the things that I do come up with, I do come up with on my own. Hey there, Lisa. But otherwise, Pinterest has great ideas because you can always search for stamp sets right by the name of them and such. And sometimes just, you know, scrolling through Facebook, all of a sudden Stampin' Up will come out with these cool card ideas. So I'm like, let me see if I have the supplies on hand that so I don't have to order them, you know, like overnight, and see if I can get this card put together. And I'm really happy with how it turned out because sometimes pinks and reds when it's not Valentine's Day can be kind of tricky, and I feel like my card does not look like Valentine's Day, so I'm excited about that too. And it looks like I've got my iPad caught up. Hi there, Lois. And so I'll put that down, and I'll get my camera cranked around here for you guys so that you can see better what I'm doing. And then we've got Dawn Earlbeck's host code there. So if you need that for ordering, you can see that there. And let me show you today's card here. Let's get some better light on there. Woohoo to you too. So what I liked about this was how they brought in that celebration stamp set, amazing phrasing. And so the other stamp set that I'm using is Breaking News. And I always have to laugh because when I go to do my live videos, I always title them based on the main stamp set that I'm using, kind of. And when I put Breaking News, I always feel like, oh, people see that on the Facebook page and go, I need to watch this or listen, like, what's breaking news that Belle has to say? It's just the name of the stamp set. So I kind of laugh about that. So Breaking News is found in the annual catalog on page 21. And I do tons of graduation cards. So I got this set based on, because this came out in May, based on the thought, I'm going to use this a lot. For graduation cards and such. And then last night when I saw this being used and such, I'm like, oh, this will be so great to use also with amazing phrasing. So page 21 of annual catalog. Hi there, Pam. Good to see you on here. And then this is the freebie, the amazing phrasing. So I'm using the woohoo to you too. So that's coming from there. But I love how you can kind of cut things apart and kind of make your own phrases for the different occasions with this one. Hi there, Phoebe. So like I said, this one's in the celebration brochure. It has not sold out yet. The only things that they're telling us that could sell out before the end right now is the hippo die. So if you're thinking of ordering and still need those, it might be best to do them sooner than later. But this one is free with a $100 order because it's a nice big stamp set there. And then I wanted to show you this fun, it's always easier to show you right from the get-go before I get started. This fun paper here is the metallic and shimmer 6x6 specialty paper. So this is fun stuff. This is the pattern that I'm using tonight, 6x6. And then they have kind of that same look, but more gold and black here. And then how fun is this for fall? So love that look there. So you get 3 different kinds. And actually this is kind of like a green. I maybe said black and gold, but it's more like the mossy metal there. Actually it says, let's see. Yeah. Oh, evening evergreen and gold. And then this is basic black and silver foil. And then this is Cajun craze and pumpkin pie. So that is found in the holiday catalog here, mini catalog. And that's on page 41. So you can see it used gorgeously with the Christmas scenes there. And that caught my eye immediately. The other thing, like I couldn't add one more new thing here to show you guys. And because these things are all kind of newer papers, I was trying to show you a little bit more thoroughly than when I do it as a repeat. But this is called Brush Stroke 12 by 12 specialty paper. And this stuff is really fun. Hi, Susan. Hi, Connie. So I hope my camera picks up. You can see the brush stroke look of it, but it's also like shimmer shiny. It's like a satiny look to it, which is so pretty. And so for my card being like a special occasion card, I thought that'd be fun. So it comes in Blushing Bride, Night of Navy, and then Soft Succulent too. So you get 3 full 12 by 12 sheets of these popular colors. So broke out that. I ordered it right away from the annual catalog, and shame on me for not doing anything with it till tonight. But I'm really excited about doing it. Using it and showing this and doing that tonight. So here again, for those of you just joining in, which all of a sudden I'm seeing more names pop up, this is the card that I'm going to put together for you. So my color combination, like I said, Blushing Bride, we've got some white, some real red, and then that specialty, 2 specialty papers and such. And my goal, like I said, was not to make this look like Valentine's with pinks and reds, but I just feel like it doesn't. It just looks like a fun anniversary card, wedding card, and we're kind of in that season. I can actually use, after I made this time, like, oh, I might need to make a couple more of these for my next upcoming week that I have planned for different occasions. So what I think I'm going to do to start out my card is just take a strip here, a chunk of basic white cardstock here, and pull over my cut and emboss machine. This is the only thing that I'm going to use it for. And just a stitched rectangle die here. And that, I think, just kind of sets it apart. You could just use like a plain piece, but I always think it's fun to have something with a little bit of texture and something that kind of sets up the stage for the card to be stamped on. So I'm just going to run that through. And like I said, not only do we have just a regular rectangle, but you can see the edges are stitched to give it a more special look there. Hi there, Sherry. Thanks for joining in again. And now I'm going to kind of just do my stamping on here. So with this being a photopolymer stamp set, I'm going to grab my stamping mat so that I get a nice good image. Another thing too, if you have a brand new photopolymer stamp set and you think, okay, it's not stamping clear enough, not only does the Stampin' Mat give a better seal between the ink and your cardstock, sometimes what I do if it's the first time I'm using my stamp set is I'll just kind of pretend like it's an eraser and just kind of go back and forth, and that kind of takes off that factory seal that's on the photopolymer product, and then it seems like it will pick up my ink better too. So this I'm just going to ink up with my Memento black ink like so. Put that towards the bottom so we've got a little bit of space there and yet some room for our words that we're going to add later. So I've got that, and then I can just set that aside, and then I'm going to do some coloring. And you know me, I love my blends. It's kind of like, oh, I think I'm just going to use my regular Stampin' Write markers. So like I have a whole case of these here. I'm sure I'm not the only one. And sometimes I go to my blends for everything, but I felt like for today's card, I really didn't need to blend anything because this heart is pretty tiny. So I'm just going to take my Stampin' Write marker and just color that in with my Real Red here. And it leaves a pretty easy target to stay in the lines. And even with this, if I didn't want to stay in the lines, I could just kind of trace the swirls here a little bit. Just going to kind of go down the flute a little bit and get close to the edge, but I'm not going to color it all in. I think that kind of makes it look like the artistic kind of swirl that they have going on. So we've got that going on to make it look like special. Hey there, Carla. Hope you guys are having fun still. And then I'm kind of ready to build my card here. So this I'm just going to set aside because that's for the inside. So like I said, this 4 by 5 1/4 piece of that Blushing Bride specialty paper called Brush Stroke. So pretty. And it's just one-sided. So you don't have to pick. It's just the brush stroke that you see there. And this, maybe in comparison, I'm putting it on Blushing Bride for my card base, so you can see more of the flat finish and then see the shimmer shine with the brush stroke in there. So pretty. I think this is just one of those papers, after you get it, you can go, now I see what she means, because it's kind of one of those that the camera doesn't set up too well. And so for these two pieces here, what I did is took my 6x6 piece here and just cut 1.5 inches off at the bottom. And then I did 1.5 inch strips and got 4 of those to go across the top to get this. So it would be, where's my math tonight? 1.5 inches by 4.5 inch strips for that. And then I can just take and put some adhesive on here like so, and I'm just going to layer it. I kind of want this one off to the side and kind of coming down a little bit farther towards the bottom, and then this one I kind of want to go off to the side a little bit, but more showing at the top. And I'm just going to kind of scoot it over so that we have that showing there at the bottom. Hi there, Deb. Good to see you again. I got to see you in person last night. That's the fun of summer and the county fair. So then this now, I'm just going to kind of set there for now, but I want to switch gears and do a little bit more stamping on some real red cardstock. And so I'm going to set this aside here and bring out my Woohoo from Amazing Phrasing, and then To You Too from Amazing Phrasing there. So I'm going to pull out my embossing buddy, my little powder pal thing here. Like I said, it's so fun to see this whole thing become available in the mini catalog for the embossing things that I've been using for so long. So let me just put that there, open up my Versamark, and before I stamp it down, I'm going to run my embossing buddy over that, because I probably got my finger oils on there as I was cutting down. I think it's 2 1/4 by 1 inch. So we have that there. And I'm just going to set that aside for now. You can see just leaves a little bit of a film, but that'll come off. And then I'm going to do the same thing here with this little chunk that's 3/4 inches wide here. And let's see, there. And I just re-inked my Versamark, so I think you might actually be able to see the things that I've stamped on there usually, especially on red. I feel like it's not, it doesn't always show up really well where you've used the Versamark. So I've got that white powder on there, and then I'm going to clip in my tweezer, my crafting tweezer there, and then give that a nice shake on the Woohoo like so, and it gives a nice white finish. It really pops with the real red cardstock. So now I'll turn this on here and give that a heat set. It's always kind of fun to see the white just get so bright and give it a nice pop. I don't know why lately I've been embossing so much, and I used to kind of reserve that for more Christmas or maybe fall specialty, get out the coppers and all those fun things. But lately, the embossing has just been so fun with so many of the different colors to give it a nice pop. So I'll let go of that. And then I'll kind of switch gears here to this one, like so, and get that heat set. And it doesn't take long for these little greetings to heat up and be done. All right. Usually I give it just a few seconds to kind of just calm down so it's not too sticky. So the Woohoo is already going to be ready. So I'm going to cut that in half right down the middle there. And now our card's kind of ready to assemble. So let me bring that back over here. And then I kind of just like eye it, like how do I want this to all lay out and such. So I can grab some dimensionals now that I have kind of all of my pieces together. So So I'm just gonna put one in each corner and one in the middle to pop that up here. And then I'll kind of put this at a little bit of an angle, like so. And I love how all those colors are now really coming together with that being colored in a little bit. And then I'm going to put more dimensionals behind my woo and behind my who, and also behind to you too. I feel like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book with all that. My grandkids aren't even here to enjoy it. Okay, so we've got the woo, and I'm just going to kind of come at a little bit of an angle there, and then the who, kind of almost a little overlap, and that. And then Stampin' Up! Had this kind of up here and all of it, but I kind of liked just putting this at the bottom to kind of frame in that little set of champagne flutes there too. And then to kind of tie in these colors and accessorize it a little bit more, I thought it'd be fun to bring in, I think I used these just yesterday, and I called them red and green adhesive back pearls. But as I was looking to post, I always post a link to all, I always list out the supplies and a link to what everything is called. And these are really in the holiday or the July through December mini catalog. These are really called Festive Pearls. So when I went to do my description yesterday, I had to change that to Festive Pearls. So that's what they are truly called if you're looking for them. So sorry about that yesterday, but the packaging says that. So I just kind of went by what it says. So if you order Festive Pearls and your packaging says that, it's not the end of the world. It's just a little different. So I'm going to take some of these gold pearls here and just kind of have that kind of shooting out to highlight that. And then I'm going to take some red ones here and just kind of go on each side of the champagne flutes. And then I'm actually going to put even, oops, I need my tool to pick that up, a couple more here at the top. They're kind of small, but you get a lot of them. So I don't feel like I'm like over accessorizing on there. I think it's just the right amount. And I tried to do an odd amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually have 8. Usually I try for odd, but I don't think it looks like, I feel like it looks like it belongs, put it that way. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Maureen. Thanks so much. And then for the inside sentiment, I'm going back to the Breaking News stamp set. And I love the phrase here, you're both worth celebrating forever. So that, like I said, could be for wedding or anniversary. And I think this is a perfect card to have on hand because then you are at the ready for either occasion. So I'm going to stamp that in Blushing Bride to just coordinate that with the rest of the card here. So that's the only thing that I'm going to add to the inside. I could have kind of repeated like those little champagne glasses and such, but I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here, and this will be the inside of the card. I think maybe because there's just a lot going on the outside, let's keep it simple in the inside to finish that. And there we have it. So card number 1, you guys, for Dawn Earlbeck's virtual stamp party. So let me get my camera turned around here. And it's Friday, so I will be back to you with card number 2 and 3 for Dawn's virtual card demos on Monday and Tuesday. And then after that, I will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with 3 more card demos next week for Deb Warwick's virtual stamp party. And to keep track of all my hostesses and the special codes, just go to this Facebook page and they're pinned at the top, all there to help. Or if you need my help in ordering supplies and different things, just reach out to me and then remind me which code that you want to use or which hostess that you want to get the credit for your order. But for ordering a minimum of $25, you'll get the 3 cards that I'm making special for Dawn's party, and I'll send those out to you as a thank you from both her and I for ordering. That's all for tonight, and see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.